We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Today, a fun matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Has this at the 6. Showing a little burst so far. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Gun. Dot. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11 M. 12. Dot.
Let's give it the game here to Chase Brown. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 22. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
On one, ready?
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Let's get set. Dot.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 12. Dot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. He picks up 28 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
On one, ready?
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
11. Here we go. 180. Dot.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. He just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much more exciting.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. T. Higgins, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on their opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Kadarius Toney now to return it. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Penix here from the gun. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up third down.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it up. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 180, 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Burrow on the play action. Now along the sideline by Higgins. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Let's get set. Sahad. 11 Thomas. Sahad.
From the gun, a give to Brown. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Penix working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. It's Penix yet again. That one's caught by Mooney. Running down the left side. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons making a 1-point game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
On one, ready?
They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Burrow. Catch made. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty.
Here we go.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go.
Burrow on first down. Calls it at the 7. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals break the tie here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Tony now to return it. Escapes the defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
There is Tony on the return. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. To the air with Penix. On the move, headed right. And they don't connect looking deep there, but this play's not quite over yet. There's a flag on the field. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Penix to throw. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Well, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
Second and 10, Penix to throw. And downfield, and he finds London. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Falcons first down.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Penix looking to pass. And he sure gave his all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be third down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap. A give to Robinson. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First down, Atlanta.
Penix now on first down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Extra point by Q is up and good. And the Falcons tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. And he'll finally go out of bounds after an excellent return. He gets it down inside the 30.
Well, by the time he shifted into a different gear and began that foot race up the left sideline, you could tell this return was already getting out of hand. And what a gift for this offense, who now gets to take over with a lot of the work in the field position already done.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Good on seconds, it's Brown. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead.
Here we go.
Get what you need.
180. Stop.
On first down, here's Burrow. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt. Even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Burrow from the gun. Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Jamal Adams with the INT. And the Falcons are going to have it after his second interception of the season. First call here coming from the shotgun. We'll go play action. Here's Penix. Finds him on the crossing route. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. Give him 13 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Throwing Penix. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Penix here from the gun. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Now, that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. It kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Again, Penix to the air. Completed to his running back. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
He was about to get smacked just as he got rid of it. Sometimes, Kate, that crowd lets you know you're about to get hit. But that's a savvy quarterback play right there. Take that check down. And nothing better than that defender picking you up off the ground after he knocks you down. With that play, that check down, taking some big yards.
And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. First and 10 from the 41.
A gain of 16 yards.
Shotgun handoff to Carter. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Here's Penix. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate. It takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Escapes the pocket. And Penix gives himself up after picking up that first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Setting up the screen. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Penix working from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Robinson goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
19, 18, 79 from, come 19.
One final shot before the half. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. He's got London left side. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here's Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12.
This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Brown. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
32-yard line.
Gun. Got. Big. 12. Got.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. Kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Burrow gets it out right quick. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Sticking in the air. It's Burrow. It's caught. Chase has it. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
To the air again. It's Burrow. He's still going at the 30. Running in the red zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals start the second half with some needed points. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. He picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Go right side, caught by Mooney. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Penix now on 1st down. Get some space around midfield. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And again, it's Penix. Buys time, rolling right. Cut down the field, it's Pitts. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's all knotted up at 21, partner. Still plenty of scoring here as we try to decide our winner. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. That one intended for Drake London. So that brings up 4th and long. Young Hui Koo out for the field goal. Pressure hanging over this kick. Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
On 2, ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
11. Gun. 11 MT.
Here's Brown to start the drive. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Here we go.
1st down, Burrow to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever got the ball fully in.
And he takes it down to the 33. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
12. 11 MT. That.
Brown gets it again here on 2nd. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
13 yards on the play. That's another Bengals first down.
Here we go.
First and 10.
Off the play fake. Burrow rolling out to his left. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
11 mighty. Here we go. Stop.
Quick throw to the left is complete. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of the 8, 3rd down.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice game.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. 180. Stop.
3rd down, get to Brown. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Bengals first down. 1st and goal.
Gun.
At the 9-yard line.
Stop. Hey, can. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. It's 2nd and goal.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
Caught just shy of the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take a 4th quarter lead. Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals take a 4-point lead.
Bengals 28, Falcons 24. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Tony now to return it. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And he sure came his all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Running back sent in motion. Back to throw it. Chased out to his right. Now he's going deep across the field. Well, all the way across the field, and it's intercepted. Geno Stone picks it off.
Penix's pass intercepted. take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
11. Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Here we go.
Brown on the inside give. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
He was taken down.
Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second.
It's a loss of 2.
All right, here we go. Second down.
2nd and 12.
Here we go.
34-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds his man over the middle. And this one doesn't go far. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
Gun.
Looking to throw. Has it downfield. It's Chase. He's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy.
On 2.
Bengals up by 4. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now it's Brown. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
11. Right 80.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Connects on the crosser. And he picks up the first down for the Bengals. And that is the last thing they need to lock away this win.
Here we go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
It's victory formation the rest of the way for the Bengals, who take a knee. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.